It's a concept that has been argued and in some places implemented across the world, and now it has reached India. We are talking about first day of period leave, FDPL. Should women get it? Is this not something that militates against the very idea of equality in the workplace? And most importantly, if women say we are perfectly capable of doing everything at the time we are menstruating, why do we need a leave at all?
First day of period leave.
A lot of times I find men complaining about the fact that, oh, but she gets a period and gets a day off, or gets to, sit idle and not do any work. But the realization that we have to have is that we don't understand that pain and we don't go through.
While period pain is often described as bad, if not worse, as a heart attack, or even the worst bout of labor pain, women suffering from acute pain can actually avail a regular sick leave. While the lack of sanitation in most offices only complicates problems for women, a day of leave every month reinforces taboos surrounding menstruation. The move may be intended to make the workplace more conducive to female employees. An extra 12 days of leave only disincentivizes employers from taking in women.
I think all companies should follow this policy. It should be a must, it should be a compulsion, because all women, they really, they go through many problems, hormonal changes, many things.
It should be, depends on who has the problem. There are some who do face a problem, there are some who don't. So we should see, there are some who literally have a lot of problems, so they can ask for a leave and it should be granted to them.
I think from my side, I definitely think this is a very good initiative, and other companies should also adopt this kind of policy.
It's not necessary that everyone should get a holiday because it is a biological thing. If you are comfortable with it, so it's well and fine, you don't need a rest. So I would say it's a no.
All right, so here's a thought. First, what we want to ask is that if the entire idea of this leave is meant to empower women, how does it propose to do that when it makes them seem weak? Let us start by asking that question. We've got with us Devleena Mazumdar. She is the HR head of the company Culture Machine, which is one of two in India which has actually implemented the first day of period leave. And we are also joined by Deepika Bhardwaj, who's a documentary filmmaker. Devleena, if you can hear me, don't you think the very idea of a first day of period leave makes it seem as if women are somehow debilitated on that day, that they're incapable of working? Devleena, if I'm capable of doing everything else on my period, why can't I work? Why do I need a leave on the first day of my period, or any woman for that matter? All right, I think we'll try and fix that line we have got with Devleena there. But Deepika, playing the devil's advocate, women by the droves are falling out of the workforce because they find that the workforce is not women friendly. Whether it be pregnancy, maternity, after you have your baby, or even periods, which, let's just face it, is quite uncomfortable to work with. Then why would you oppose the first day of period leave?
Padmaja, I would like to put it this way, whenever we talk about gender equality, we usually sort of begin by dismissing that in the history women were not allowed to work, they were not allowed to come in the workforce, and the argument that the people then gave was that women face these issues which makes it difficult for them to become a part of the workforce. Their physical conditions are not such that they can work for longer hours or not go out and stuff like that. Now, when we are talking about equality and asking our women to be a part of the workforce, we are sort of asking for additional advantages every now and then for our biological processes, which I think is turning off a lot of people. Because when we talk about equality, then we talk about facing the adversities, challenges, situations that other employees can also face. So I am really not in favor of a paid menstrual leave, because I think it will further dissuade employers from hiring women.
Okay, so we'll take this one by one.
Right now, because then you would be dubbed as
argument,
Devleena, and all that.
Is a period a weakness? And if it's not, why do I need to be on leave? Devleena, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Tell me.
All right, great. So, if women are equal to men at any time of the year, including at the time when they have their periods, why do they need to be on leave? Why did you think it was important to implement that in your company?
See, it's not a mandatory leave. I would like to reiterate. It's an optional leave. So, if you face cramps, uneasiness on the first day of your cycle, you may take the leave. It's like that. Secondly, I agree. Let's talk about equality. We are all equal, but biologically we are dissimilar, right? That's the only reason why when we go through cramps, uneasiness in the menstrual cycle, it is absolutely okay to come out in the open and apply for a menstrual leave.
Deepika? Deepika, how do you respond to this argument?
Hello. Padmaja, you know, in the beginning of the episode, I heard the, you know, the AV play out, and it was sort of a little strange for me to now categorize everything as, you know, mood swings and difficulties. So if we are talking about menstrual leave, then there should be a separate kind of leave for migraine. There would be separate kind of leave for headaches. There would be separate kind of leaves for any sickness that a person would go through. And I think you raised a very important point in the beginning. Which women are we really empowering? I said this when we were discussing paid menstrual leave as well. We have a huge number of population of women in the unorganized sector. I wish to ask these women who are asking for paid menstrual leave, would they be fine if their maid would ask for a leave like that? Would they pay them? You get paid for the work that you do. If you're not working, please go ahead and take a sick leave. And let me tell you, it's not optional. Culture Machine particularly has gone out in campaigning that every company should do this. I don't think this should be a mandate. Somebody else in the AV also said it should be a compulsion. Well, if you want a benefit, it's fine. You ask for a benefit entirely between an employer and an employee. If that employer wants to extend a benefit like that, but don't make it a compulsion and don't make it a best practice kind of a thing, which I see happening right now. If a company wouldn't give these leaves, then this company would be called, you know, not friendly to women, because these leaves are offered as, you know, women-friendly leaves. So it's kind of putting down, and let me tell you.
Exactly. So, Devleena, if someone suffers from complications, a lot of women do. They just take a regular sick leave, like the rest of the working population. I mean, let's be fair, there could be men at work who also are in pain on some days. For various other reasons. They take leave and sit at home. They could have back pain.
Yeah, so they can apply for sick leave.
Devleena?
So exactly, men can apply for sick leave.
So women can apply for sick leave as well.
Pain or migraine, or if a woman has pain or migraine, so they can apply for sick leave, right?
Exactly. So why this special provision as if this is some special condition or an illness or something that we struck with?
Menstrual leave is different from sick leave. Exactly.
And I'm sorry, Padmaja, what they're actually missing out over there is a paid leave.
Predictable every month at a particular time. So we'll get to that later. Firstly, answer
me. Well, actually, that brings me up to the operational
every month at a particular time. Menstruation is a... So allow me to finish first. Menstruation is a natural cycle.
I am sorry, Devleena, what are you saying?
It's like maternity. So how can this be confused with sick leave? Menstruation is not sickness, is what I'm trying to tell you.
But you do seem to be categorizing it as some special condition.
I don't think every woman has a very fixed... Yeah, it's strange actually. If we can get into the operational message that this will bring, Padmaja. First of all, I don't think all women have a very fixed cycle. So the HR would now get into whose date starts on which day. We know what happens in corporates, you know, whenever there is a Saturday and Sunday, people want to take a Friday off. So I would say my first date is on Friday. Who is going to check whether my first day is actually a Friday? If I'm going for a leave and if I'm taking a paid leave, I would bring it to that again. And I'm going on a long holiday.
Valid point. Devleena, let me just be honest. I would particularly want to disclose to my HR, for example, and you're an HR professional. Why should my HR department know whether I'm in my menstrual cycle or not? That does seem to be a little more awkward than sitting in office during periods.
Oh, we are not getting intrusive here in terms of
Especially if
checking
the
who
HR
has
is not a
first day or
woman.
whether it's actual menstrual cycle. We completely trust our employees. Well, that can be answered later. So we are not getting intrusive. We are not questioning women whether it's their first day of their menstrual cycle or second day. It is just an optional leave given. And you can apply for this on your first day, because typically first days are very uneasy days for most women, not all. Like I said earlier, this is subjective. And that's why the leave is optional. It's not mandatory.
No,
if
but
you're feeling
okay,
fine,
so
you
here's
might
the
as well
problem.
come to
Here's
work.
the problem.
And in the digital
Devlina,
age,
you know
what are
that
we
for
talking about
years the
productivity?
fight that
Does
we've been
productivity
fighting
depend
generation
on
after generation
coming
is
to
of an
office
equal
and physically being
workplace.
present?
Everywhere you go, I'm sure you as much as me or Deepika say, we are capable of doing just what men can do. Suddenly I'll have a colleague turn around and say, no, but on one day of the month you can't do what I do. This militates against the very idea of equality.
So how does one day, exactly. So you're answering your point, how does one day can really make a difference?
It does.
That is one day, that is
Because
very
I want to be equal
And
365
productivity
days.
is not about coming to office and working. Productivity is not, productivity is a,
The very
productivity
messaging
is a
of
state
your
mind
move is
what I
that
believe.
my
It's not
productivity
about
will
coming
be
to
zero
office
on this
and
one
sitting
day
in
every
office and
month.
working. You could
Whereas
work
it's
from
not.
home. That is again subjective. That's your productivity. Talk
no,
about
but
women
I
here.
want to
It is the
read out
message
a
of
very
your
beautiful-
move,
Progressive women
not
working
mine.
Here. For them, productivity is state of mind.
Okay, Deepika wants to come in.
You could be in any part of the globe and be equally productive. You need not come to office.
Padma, I'm
be
going to read out
productive.
a very
On days
beautiful
when you're really
observation
feeling unwell.
by Dr. Laura Rosvaughan, Senior Lecturer, University of Melbourne. She rightly argues in the conversation on this on this issue, in reminding those around us that we are different, that we have special needs, female needs, that at certain times of the month we might not be at our labor market best. Suddenly we are outing ourselves as someone who is different, less able, and potentially less desirable as an employee in comparison to that a male job applicant who won't take that day off per month to cry, cuss, and sort of cuddle to their hot water bottle. Assumptions about women's bodies, about women's emotional stability, about their strength and capabilities have long been barriers to many professions and a reminder of fecundity. I suspect, therefore, that actively creating policies based on a difference in a climate where true equality still remains a pipe dream is probably a step in the wrong direction. And that's why I said that I think it will dissuade the employers, especially when people are talking about making it a mandate, that it is a must thing that people do, and sort of dismissing companies that won't do this. And why paid? I just don't understand why paid. If I have a biological need, somebody else would have certain specific needs at their home, biological or whatever, sick leave, let's say, then people would say our sick leave should be paid because it's a biological thing that is happening to us. I have something extreme happening to my body, it's not in my control.
And let's
I'm
just
sorry,
face
there
it,
are
Devlina, this
painkillers
is going to
available.
feed
There
into
are
the
certain yoga
resentment that
positions
women
that you can
anyway
do
face
to normalize
in
your
office.
cycles.
Men
And
anyway think that women get away easy, and now you have one extra day to be resented for.
Can you tell me why is maternity leave paid? Why is it
And
not
also, why
unpaid?
just
Because then
organized sector?
by
What
all
about
logic
the
it affects
unorganized
productivity,
sector?
right? So why is sick leave paid? Why is sick leave paid? No, answer my question. You must answer my question. Why is then sick leave paid? If sick leave is paid, why can't menstrual leave be paid? What's the big deal about this leave being paid?
Why it is a big deal is because sick leave is equal for men and women. Why this distinction needs to be made is what I simply cannot understand. And you know
Exactly,
what's
so men-
worse, Devlina, is that this only feeds into this entire narrative, and trust me, there's nothing more off-putting than when you walk into office and you're just having a bad day and someone says, oh, it's that day of the month. No, you're just having a bad day. On that day of the month, you don't turn into some kind of monster. This narrative feeds into that, doesn't it?
And I'm
Like
sorry,
maternity-
we have all seen ourselves,
See, unless
me
someone comes with a
particularly,
prejudice that
enjoying,
menstrual leave
you know,
is
no
something-
matter how difficult that time of the month is.
The very idea of that day is a difficult time
No, I
of the
think
month is
there's-
So
itself
it's
Self-sexist.
subjective,
kind of
right? You could
prejudice.
be enjoying for somebody, another woman could be dying of cramps.
So she takes a sick leave, ma'am.
So you
It's a
could be enjoying,
complication.
somebody
She
else
takes a
could be
sick
dying
leave.
of cramps.
By all
it's a
means.
very, very subjective thing.
Someday a man could be dying of
Devlina,
cramps.
why do we need to give
For
a
menstruation
particular
unrelated,
if you are not in
for
a
reasons
position to
unrelated
come
to
to work.
menstruation. A man could face severe cramps.
So it's just an optional leave, and
So why have
So
it
exactly,
at all?
I'm sorry,
If it's not serving any purpose,
Padmaja,
and that brings me...
the feasibility of this. Let's bring in.
again,
Padmaja,
what's
let's
the
bring
big
in
deal about not
let's
making
bring in
it
the
paid? Unless
feasibility of
someone
this. I
comes
think
with
it's very easy
prejudice,
for digital
unless
media
someone comes
organizations
with prejudice.
Prejudice. Okay, answer the question of prejudice. Deepika wants to come in.
Not really. You
It's
should
not
come
about
here and work
prejudice,
to know
Devleena. I
how
think it's
difficult
about
it is.
it's- Okay, let's no. Ma'am, I have
When you
worked
say
in
menstrual
several
leave is not,
organizations
should
for
not
several
be
years.
paid.
I've
It's
gone,
definitely
I'm a
about
filmmaker.
prejudice.
I've gone
I'm
on
sorry.
shoots. I've gone on shoots. I've gone on
That's
shoots.
really great.
I have gone on shoots. I have done editing. I have sat for 24 hours on my first day of period, and I know of several women who have done the same
Amazing.
thing. And what if women are running the
Yeah.
organizations themselves? Padmaja, I spoke to an entrepreneur who is a female today. I asked her.
So can you feel on behalf of
I asked
women
my
who
friend in
actually
the
go
last
through
4,
cramps
5,
and
6
uneasiness?
years, how many women have come to you? No. So how can you feel on behalf of all women? How can feminist organizations feel on behalf of all women? And let's see, if there's a small hospital which has just one female
not all
gynaec,
women. You're
and
getting,
she has gone on
so
a paid
I
maternity
think for the
leave,
sake of
there are
debate, you're
patients
just getting
waiting
it wrong.
outside.
I'm not.
There are
I'm not
patients
talking
waiting
on behalf
outside.
of all women.
Okay.
I'm
Okay,
talking on
Padmaja,
behalf of women
okay,
who
Padmaja,
actually
what
face
about
difficulty
girls?
on the first
What
day.
about girls who menstruation starts at 10? Menstruation starts at 10, 11. So we are now going to ask schools to give attendance to girls
Point.
who start
Devleena, answer that.
menstruating,
Very
and they
good
can miss
point.
their classes, they
Answer
can
that,
miss their
Devleena.
college, and there would be extra teachers needed. Extra teachers needed
Yeah.
to give
So
the
we
classes that the girls have missed. Ma'am, there are women who are studying, who are working in extremely physical, laborious work. Like I said about maids, please go and do a vox pop on how many women will give paid leave to their maids.
In fact, I want to come to the
and
more
if the maid
substantive
says, okay,
point.
I
You
have
keep saying,
excruciating pain
Devleena,
for
that this
3
is an
days.
optional leave. It's not essential for you to take it. You can take sick leave instead. And my point to that is,
Absolutely.
is
It's an
this then
optional
just
leave.
a
It's
token move
subjective.
to make it
It's
seem
not
that you've
compulsory,
done
it's not
something for
mandatory.
women and the more substantive issues can be brushed under the carpet? You know what? If some place wants to be really women friendly, I would much rather they have a creche in place. I would much rather that they have pay parity. I would much rather that women not just be discriminated because they are thought of as baggage after they get married, because they have to pay attention to their family, ma'am.
You must propose
This
that in your
move seems a little
organization.
tokenism
Great
to me.
thought. Yeah.
Devleena.
Yeah. I think I lost. Hello?
Yes, Devleena,
Yeah.
can you hear me?
Can't get it. Hello? Yeah, tell me.
All right, so my question to you is, since you keep saying that this is optional and it doesn't have to be taken, then why have this leave at all? Is this then just a token leave to make it seem as if the place is woman friendly, whereas the bigger issues, the more substantive issues are not addressed at all?
See, it's simple, right? It's subjective. Not all women go through this. That's why it's optional. It's not mandatory. I'm not forcing you to take menstrual leave, right? If somebody goes through cramps, uneasiness, pain, and is in a crippling state, it's not possible for the person to come to work, the person can apply for menstrual leave.
Are you
It's as
seriously
simple as
telling me
that.
this is not going
I
to
think
be
you're
held
complicating
against
this
women
too
at the
much. It's not
workplace?
mandatory.
You will not have someone sitting in HR or someone sitting as president and vice president saying,
Not at
this
all.
woman is basically a liability. She wants maternity leave. She will someday have to go for some family function. Now she also wants her
unless
period
somebody
leave.
comes with
Let's just go with the
prejudice.
Issued that everyone knows that men and women are biologically different. Everyone knows that men and women are biologically different. However, the real progress of the human civilization can only occur when we understand and honor these differences. Now, when we talk about equality, we don't really want to see any differences, and we just focus on this word equality. Now, I would reiterate one statement issued by the highest authority in army, saying that if women want to join the combat force, they will have to face adverse situations like no toilets, nothing, adverse circumstances. If they want to come, they can surely come. So let's talk about equality in an absolute absolutely real sense that if I am going to compete in an environment which we call as man-dominated, then of course we'll have to perform in exactly the same way that men do.
Closing comments on this,
Recently, a friend
Devleena.
told me
Closing
that
thoughts on this.
when he asked his female
Equality
employee to
has
work
to
a
be
little longer hour because there was
full.
a deadline to be met.
In its
she-
entirety.
she
Equality
got
has to be its
extremely-
entirety. There can't be ifs and buts in that. Final thoughts, final 20 seconds, Devleena.
It can't be preferential.
So-
it can't
so
be
in armed forces,
entitlement.
what happens
It can't be.
when
It can't be
women go
entitlements.
on
And sorry,
pregnancy leave?
Devleena, to be very
What
honest,
happens?
feminists
what
don't
happens
represent
when
all women
go
in the
on
country.
pregnancy
Trust me
leave
on
in
that.
armed forces? What happens?
All right, so we're out of time on this, but you've heard two very strong and two very well elucidated views on this particular issue. And remember, this is important because this is something that will affect us each day of our lives, especially all the working women. Do we really need a leave on something that is just a biological function? The verdict on this, as always, is up to you. Thanks very much for joining us in the People's Court, where you get your right to be heard. See you soon.